in the world. The quality of life stems from the famous Danish social model called flexicurity. It is the combination of a deregulated labour market, where it is easy for employers to hire and fire staff, and high unemployment benefits, which provide a safety net for employees. Also, Denmark has a small population of 5.5 million and a strong national identity and culture. It's true, the Danes want comfort and security, but they're also ready to innovate. Let's go and have a look at the capital, Copenhagen. This is the famous circular housing development at Brøndby, in the southwestern suburbs of the city. It's an interesting concept. Each home has the same size yard. Strategically located at the entrance to the Baltic Sea, Copenhagen is home to almost 2 million people. Tourists still come to see The Little Mermaid, inspired by one of Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tales. More than once, her arms have been sawn off by vandals, and she was even unbolted from her rock one night. The police found her at the entrance of the harbour. The city has long been famous for its free public bikes, as well as its use of renewable energy. A quarter of the electricity used in the country comes from wind farms. Just across from Copenhagen lies Sweden. The Öresund Bridge connects Sweden and Denmark. It ends in a tunnel through an artificial island. It's the longest cable-stayed bridge in the world. In Malmö, on the Swedish side of the Öresund, is the turning torso. It's pretty hard to miss. At 190 meters, it is the tallest building in Scandinavia. There are 9 cubes stacked on top of each other. Each cube is 5 stories high. As we head up the east coast of Sweden, Kalmar Castle comes into view. This is where, in 1397, the Kalmar Union was signed, uniting the 3 Scandinavian kingdoms, Denmark, Norway and Sweden, under one monarch. 2 centuries later, Sweden left the Union. Further north is forest as far as the eye can see. 60% of Sweden is covered by forest. Sweden is the world's 3rd biggest exporter of wood and its byproducts. But now people here try to respect the forest. After centuries of intensive exploitation, only 5% of the virgin forest remains. But there are now long-term conservation and ecological restoration schemes in place. A law that's already a century old guarantees the diversity of the forest. As we head towards Stockholm, we see an island off Gotland. Archaeologists have unearthed evidence of farming and commerce on the main island of Gotland that is at least 3,000 years old. From here, the Vikings travelled east as far as the Volga River in Russia. private scene on our rocky island.